So me and Alex have been having this idea of creating a movie called Clapped Out. It's basically centered around basically our lives. It's based off of us riding around with friends and having a good old time, riding around trails, ripping. So we're basically here to discuss certain ideas and the plot, basically, because we're still a little wishy-washy with our plot. Alex, any ideas?
Well, I guess for starting out, this has been what we've thought for a while. We think about the movie opening up to a shot of the road, and there are these people like driving by on ATVs or like quads, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and they're just showing off and all that stuff. And we're standing there in our driveway like, wow, we want to do that. We think that'd be really cool to do that. So we're like, we should get something. And then Noah asks his dad, like for his birthday, like, can I get an ATV for my birthday? And then me, I already have my go-kart, but my go-kart's slow, but that's a whole nother thing. And like, he gets, well, the first plot was he gets a clapped-out machine and then we fix it. But now the plot is that he gets a machine that's been sitting in the back of his garage for like 30 or 40 years, and they like restore it and get it working correctly, and then they race it. So that's like the beginning there.
And that was our first idea. Now, since I'm the cinematographer in this instance, I cannot be in the movie because that would be too awkward. I'd be have to setting up my own tripods, audio, and I have to find inexperienced people to do those jobs. So now our second route is that the movie revolves around Alex. Alex is the main character. And then he meets Jesse, and Jesse is a sort of like a veteran for riding. He has tons of mini bikes, go-karts. He invites Alex over to his house to mess around with him. And then they see Todd ride around, and Todd's the big shot in school. And he's showing off, and he comes up and intimidates Alex and Jesse. So therefore, Jesse and Alex had the idea, hey, let's make a race bike. Let's beat Todd. So then they go around school spraying the word, we're going to have a big race. Everyone in the neighborhood of Ruby, we're going to race. And after that, they have problems. We're like, we have no money to afford this. So that's when they find their friends Nick Bevins and Nick Radomski that own the Thai restaurant, and they ask for a sponsorship. And then of course, Nick's like, what's in it for me? What's in for the restaurant? Advertisement. So, of course, before the clap out, they're going to eat food and all that. So anyway, Nick and Nick are both kind of like moderators. They're like the referees almost. So they make sure nobody's cheating. They make sure the race is won correctly. And there's, for the actual clap out like race that they're putting on, it's 3 segments: drag, trail, and endurance. And the endurance one is done in teams of 2. So Todd will have to have his buddy Gavin, his like sidekick, his little like do boy or whatever you want to call it. They're going to race around the block in this endurance race. It's 5 laps. And it's scored in points. So the drag race, whoever gets the lowest score, they get points added on. With the trail, lowest time. And then the endurance race will kind of be the same thing, except it's in teams. Any other thoughts, Alex?
We should say something about Hugh Jazz.
So Hugh Jazz, or as the actor is called that we're using, Linton, is the new neighborhood kid. And he's kind of like almost Jesse and Alex's sidekick, like as of Gavin is to Todd. He is kind of a little weird because he doesn't have a whole lot of friends, so he acts a little strange, and he's kind of the comic relief of the whole video. He's always in the background doing dumb stuff, or there'll be a shot of him messing around, or him breaking something, or him just acting goofy. So it's a way to take the serious of it and the tension between the good and the bad sides, the people racing, and it's a way to clear it up to make the viewers laugh a little bit more.
Yeah, indeed. Because like this movie's pretty heavy when it comes to what's going on between these two people, me as myself, and then like Todd. That's pretty heavy what goes on between them. So having Hugh in there makes it a little bit easier, so that it's not like intense all the time. But what if we made Hugh where he was like a friend kind of to both of us, like Todd and me? What if we did that?
I guess it could work because maybe in the movie we could have Gavin as Todd's friend, or Gavin and Todd, and they're both bad together. But we could have Hugh hop between sides and maybe we could have a twist, like he's acting like our friend, but in the end, he's hurting us. Like, let's say in the endurance race in the last section, he gets money from Todd or a bribe, and he actually puts spikes out and spikes our tires and makes us lose. That could be a good addition to the story. Well, the movie date is set to be done at the end of summer, so we want to get it done around September because we want to do filming in the summer. And hopefully this whole COVID-19 crisis, it, doesn't in fact impact anything, because that's what happened up last summer, because Alex has asthma, so if he were to get COVID, it'd be bad for him, so he's been kind of locked inside for the last couple of months. I haven't seen him rarely. We've had to do Zoom calls and stuff like that. So hopefully this summer things clear up, and I think we'll have fun with it. It'll be a good summer. It'll be actually our last summer before we graduate, so hopefully we can make the most out of it, see the guys in school, get together, because we haven't had a lot of friend groups recently, so hopefully this turns out great. Well, I guess we'll continue updating you as we go. This is just kind of a rough draft of what we're planning out as of now, so again, we'll make more videos, we'll have more chats like this, more interviews, we'll try to get some of the other guys on here to get their point of view. We'll keep updating this as we go, and maybe we'll even come out with a little sneak peek or trailer. Well, until next time, thank you for tuning in to Maley Productions. See you in the next great video.